This chapter revolves around my favorite character, Obito. Listen, man, when you got Kakashi taking down, like, the most menacing, villainous figure, we used to think that anyway, of the series for the past, I don't know, 3 years, you got a problem. Think about it this way. Kakashi took down the leader of the Akatsuki, alright? The leader, when he couldn't even handle Itachi. Now that is some fucked up hierarchy, power scaling, in regards to how the Akatsuki were formed. And he took him out using the same sequence of moves that they used when they were kids. However, the outcome is different because Kakashi also gets stabbed in this. And I'm pretty sure, you know, that wasn't a vital organ spot. I think Kakashi's going to be okay. But Obito, man, it was just embarrassing. It really was embarrassing. Also, I forgot to say, like, in the beginning, we find out that the ending of last chapter was just a genjutsu. Duh. And the fighting starts, and it's like, yo, cue the flashbacks, because this is a Naruto fight. So you get the comparison of what they're doing, with Minato and Rin watching them when they were young. And also, Katon, Gyogaki no Jutsu, Dodge, yada yada yada, and then, like, it's basically Kakashi just fanboying over Naruto. That's basically what the fight turns into. I do have a favorite quote from this chapter, and that's the one where Kakashi says, "I will do what I must in order to protect the old Obito, even if it means killing the current one." I love that, because it's true, you know. People change, man. Have you ever had a really good friend that maybe you grew up with, and then, you know, you don't see them for a couple of years, and then when you meet again, like, that person is completely different? And then again, like, maybe you're a little bit different too, but you see that person differently, and you're like, oh, you're like nothing the way I remember you. You turned into a Sharingan slut. I'm just kidding. But no, sometimes it really is better to just, you know, take the memories of that person and just keep them with you, and unfortunately, just cut that person out of your life and just move on. I went on Naruto forums this morning, and it turns out even the fanboys are complaining about this shit, okay? When you got the fanboys coming at you, you've done something wrong. I'm sorry. It's like, Obito, like, the best way I can explain it, it's like, he's like the new Xbox One. You know, not anymore, because, you know, they lifted the Xbox One restrictions, and that was really good. But yeah, it's Obito is Xbox One with the restrictions.
It's about flexibility.
This was supposed to be Kakashi's fight, and he didn't even have to go all out on this. It was just like, dodge, ching. I was expecting them to be jumping up and down on those cubes and using them for cover and explosions going on. But no, man, Obito gets stabbed, and he's like, I'm out of here. I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed in Madara, because he said he wasn't going to fuck a wood clone. And what's the first thing we see after we shift to him? Boom. Fucked a wood clone. With his Susanoo erection. Find out that Madara infused Obito with a bit of his chakra, and so he's able to sense that Obito's dying. And he's like, well, fuck it. Might as well use him while he's useful. And he says, I'm going to use him to activate the Rinne Tensei. Now here's a question. Madara has the Rinnegan. Why can't, and he's immortal, by the way. I don't think there's anything anybody can do to kill him at this point. So why can't Madara use the Rinne Tensei and just be like, hey, no biggie, I'm immortal. Okay, so maybe he's not exactly immortal, because I think he's going to use the Rinne Tensei to revive himself, right? I mean, who else would he revive? Kushina? Meanwhile, Obito's still thinking of Rin. Note that Rin he's thinking about is an imposter because she died. His words, not mine. And he's like, what's going on? I'm turning into Black Zetsu. I don't want to turn into Black Zetsu. No. And then Minato and Naruto sense that something is up. I don't know if Minato is sensing that the Rinne Tensei is about to happen, or if he's sensing Obito. Because I said, Obito's resolution can only come with the involvement of Minato, and I think we're going to get that, so that was good. But I guess the message of this chapter is that Obito has always been, and it looks like he's going to die being Madara's puppet. I've read some comments saying, I feel so bad for Obito. Do you feel sorry for drug addicts? Like, when you walk down the street, do you go and help drug addicts? Because that's basically what you're saying, because it's like, Obito... To me, Obito was a person that couldn't deal with the harsh reality of heartache, okay? So he turned to something that made him forget, or at least, you know, just make him think about other stuff other than the reality that he had to face. And unfortunately, because who he turned to was an evil person, he got bitch slapped. That's pretty much what happened. You know, you go to a drug dealer, you become a drug addict, you're gonna get bitch slapped eventually. The only way that his character could be redeemed at this point, to me, is if he did something to fuck up Madara's plans. But he has to do something. It has to be an action. Because words, whatever words he decides to say in his final moments, to me, I'm just gonna brush them off. Because, like I said, it has to be, like, you have to show me with an action that you actually did realize that you fucked up. I just can't feel sorry for him in any other way. Because he made a conscious choice, okay, to go and take the drugs, you know, Madara's Moon's Eye plan, because he couldn't handle the pain of life.
You know he's making an impossible choice. He just doesn't want to live in pain.
Life is pain! I wake up every morning, I'm in pain. I go to work in pain. You know how many times I wanted to just give up? How many times I've thought about ending it?
Comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.